Hey everybody, Tampa Bay meteorologist Grant Gilmore here with you on this Valentine's Day. Bobby and I were just talking about Valentine's Day a little bit. Bobby, I mean, controversial? Do people get upset about Valentine's Day? Kind of a weird holiday, isn't it?
People in healthy relationships are happy.
Yeah.
Single people aren't.
We did this segment this morning, who pays for dinner on Valentine's Day? Should it be the guy or the girl? And I always feel really awkward about answering that because you don't want to offend anybody.
You didn't warn me about this. I like my job.
I don't want to tell you. No, but the thing is, I've never thought about it with
Chivalrous.
With
the guy should pay.
Right.
It just depends on the situation.
Right.
I'm old school. I can't help it.
What do you guys think?
But my wife wants me to do stuff around the house. She did a couple things she wanted me to hang. That's what she wanted. She told me this morning. That's what I want for Valentine's Day. Happy wife, happy life. You just do what you got to get done. Right. Give me a list.
Yeah. I like lists.
Can I tell them what my mom calls Valentine's Day?
Do you want to?
I can.
Okay. Oh, guys, good to see you. I did not tell Bobby we were going to talk about that. I had to throw him under the bus real quick. How is Valentine's Day going? Good so far? A little contentious? Valentine's Day to me is just kind of it's an odd holiday because I don't think I know many people who get pumped up for Valentine's Day, you know? Do you look forward to it? I think it's an excuse to go on a date, excuse to go out and do something for somebody that you like or that you love or you're in a relationship with. But I don't know many people that are gung-ho for the holiday. Bobby's got some background music. I like it.
You gotta have Marvin Gaye.
There you go. We play this over the speakers.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Everybody. Get a little Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing. Oh, man.
Were you saying something, Grant?
What? You guys didn't come here to talk about the weather, did you?
Oh. See, you could have left. You could have been out in the parking lot already, not to deal with any of it. You were so close.
I was so close.
The day is almost done.
I've got a funny story about that song, but I can't share it here on Facebook.
Oh,
okay. All right. Let's see. Bobby Curtis saying your day is good. Let's see. Let's see. A lot of you just chiming in saying happy Valentine's Day. Any good stories about Valentine's Day? I really don't. I'm trying to think if I have any good stories about Valentine's Day. Nothing really. One time my wife and I, when we were dating, my wife who's a reporter here in Tampa Bay, we had to cover a snowstorm. And a snowstorm was on Valentine's Day. So the day before the snowstorm hit, so February 13th, we were leaving work and we're like, well, we're not going to have a change over the next couple days to celebrate and do any special dinner or anything. So we just went through a drive-through of a cookout. You've been to a cookout before, right, Bobby?
Yeah.
Cookout. There's not many in Florida, are they? Maybe in North Florida? I don't think there's cookouts here in Tampa Bay. But that was our Valentine's Day. Went to a drive-through. It was one of the best Valentine's days ever. Just sat in the parking lot, had a good old milkshake and a burger or something like that. But in any case, let's talk about the weather forecast, guys. Today, no worries about snowstorms here. Just beautiful weather. Look at a live look around the area. Not a cloud in the sky. In fact, if you could count 5 clouds all day long, I think that's going to be an impressive feat. Just great looking weather all day long today. It was a little chilly for some earlier on this morning. We had low temperatures in the 30s in some spots. Even eastern Polk County had temperatures in the 30s this morning, but warming up really quickly already. The plan for the rest of the day, near room temperature, if not a little bit warmer than that. Out there this afternoon, upper 70s for your highs, and that sunshine is going to hang around all day long. Clear skies tonight. It's not going to be as cool as it has been for the last couple of mornings. I think we bottom out somewhere in the middle 50s for early tomorrow morning. I look back at at least the last 4 Valentine's days. I was curious, when was the last time we had as nice of a day as what we're having today? And I went back to 2019, so kind of back before the pandemic started, when we had a warm and a sunny day. Last year, arguably a little cool, definitely cooler than normal with that high of 68 degrees. But 2021, we had almost an inch of rain. We had a little bit of rain in 2020, but obviously we were really just gearing up into the worst part of the pandemic in 2020, so that wasn't a very good Valentine's Day. But 2019, 76 degrees, morning low of 44, very similar to this morning. And then just in terms of your record highs and lows for February 14th, the coldest Valentine's Day was back in 1899 with a low temperature of 22 degrees. Just a bitterly cold Valentine's Day. And then 1989, we had a high of 86 degrees. That was the record hottest Valentine's Day here in Tampa. Rainiest, actually not that much rain if you think about it. We saw 1.06 inches of rain back in 1919 for February 14th. So honestly, you'd expect to have a wettest February or 14th. So just an interesting couple of stats there. Here's what it looks like out there right now across downtown St. Pete, looking out over the marina there and the bay. Very pretty. You see the palm trees swaying a little bit. We have wind speeds there around 5 to 10 miles per hour. A little breeze at times, but I think on the whole, it's not going to be as windy as it was over the weekend, certainly, and even not as windy as it was yesterday. Everybody's warm pretty quickly. Upper 60s to near 70. Valrico has cracked that 70-degree mark already. 67 downtown Tampa, 69 degrees in Seminole, and really that's the case across the entire area from Crystal River down to Venice. 68 degrees, and we'll be again into the mid to upper 70s later on this afternoon. High pressure is starting to shift to our east now. It's situated to the north, so it's kind of right over Savannah, and as that high pressure system continues to slide to the east, we'll start to see more of that warmth and more of that southeasterly flow. A lot of that southerly flow that's tracking up into the Central Plains is tapping into some of that Gulf moisture, so that Gulf moisture providing more of that fuel for that low pressure system that's moving into the mid-Mississippi Valley up into the northern tier states. We will not see that system. That system will track farther to the north and east, so it'll track up toward the Great Lakes states, and we'll just keep high pressure in control. High pressure is going to stick around. Right now that high is right about there, and we'll see that high pressure system keep scooting off towards the east, which means our winds will start to take on more of that southeasterly component, which for us is not just a warmer wind, but also will start to draw in a little moisture from the south and east as well. So that humidity will start to creep its way back in, but it's honestly not going to be all that humid. Just showing you the future cast today. Yeah, it's been cool for the last couple of mornings. Yesterday we had a high temperature around 70, so we're going to turn it up a little bit, upper 70s this afternoon. You see that high sliding out to the east, and a nice night ahead. Temps in the mid 50s tomorrow morning, and then it looks like we're all pretty much, if not near 80, in the low 80s to middle 80s tomorrow afternoon, and that will probably hang around. I wouldn't be surprised if Thursday afternoon, some places in Polk County, Hardy, DeSoto, and even Highlands County see high temperatures in the upper 80s. One thing to watch, which we've seen a couple of times. We saw that last week as well before that cold front came through on Friday. But if you look closely here, you'll see that little boundary. See how winds are coming in from the south and west there? And then over on the east coast, you have winds coming in from this direction. A little bit of a sea breeze developing. I don't think we have enough moisture for that sea breeze to produce showers, but that sea breeze will keep the coastal areas a little bit cooler. So that water off the Gulf now is around the mid 60s. So as that sea breeze develops into the afternoon, we'll likely see temperatures in Tampa, definitely St. Pete Beach, Clearwater, even down to Sarasota, probably stay in the low 80s, upper 70s, while areas through the spine of the peninsula will probably see high temperatures still able to warm into the middle 80s. So that's why we look at like Lakeland, Sebring, and anywhere through the central part of the state, probably see those high temperatures about 5-6 degrees warmer than where we're going to be along the water. You kind of see a similar effect on the East Coast too. West Palm there in the upper 70s tomorrow, and same with here over on the Gulf Coast. So that's one thing to watch. Another thing to watch as we go into the second half of the week will be our next storm system that'll start to take shape as we go into Thursday. This storm system, for one, is going to be quite the snowmaker for the Great Lakes states up into the Detroit, the Chicago area. Now, that'll be moving through Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. Quite a bit of snow expected up there. And then you've got this trailing cold front that will be dropping in from the west. So that cold front right there, that will be sweeping through, and we'll see that bring us the chance of rain as we go into Friday afternoon. Though because the low pressure system is so far away, see the low is way up here. That's where the bulk of that upper level energy is going to be. Just because of the fact that we are so removed from that low pressure system, we're just not going to see a threat for severe weather, much less storms. I don't think we see much in the way of storms. Maybe a couple of thunderstorms here or there, but severe weather is probably off the table with this next moving system. Then you see probably around Friday night into the overnight hours, we might get a couple of stray showers. There's just not going to be a lot of energy to produce those showers, much less a lot of moisture. So that'll clear out. We may not even get any rain. It's like a 30% chance at this point for showers on Friday. And then this high pressure system starts to move in for the weekend. It'll bring in slightly cooler temperatures. You see how those wind speeds start to shift to the north. That'll bring in a little dose of some cooler air, but this high pressure system is going to be moving pretty quickly to the east. So like what we're seeing right now, as the high moves to the east, our winds will then shift to the south, and we'll see that return flow that'll start to draw in more of that warmth, and that we'll see arrive for the following week. I mean, it's kind of one of those cases where every time we get a cold front, it's like one step back, two steps forward. So we're hanging out in the low 80s for the next couple of days. We get a cold front, knocks us back one step, we drop into the 70s, and then we warm a little bit more on the backside. Last week we had temperatures in the low 80s. We got knocked into the 60s for a couple of days, and now we're warming into the low 80s. So it's just a gradual progression. We're going to keep warming. It's like every week that goes by, our daily high temperatures are just going to be a little bit warmer than they were the week before, with an occasional cold front that will come through and knock those temperatures down just a bit. But for your Valentine's Day, just a near perfect day. Haven't heard very many people complain about it today, which is good. Upper 70s, sunny skies today. Sunset this evening if you're thinking about doing something for Valentine's Day. Maybe just head out and have a nice relaxing evening at the beach, or just catching the sunset. It'll be at 6:20 this evening. Nice southwest wind around 5 miles per hour. There's the 7-day. One thing to watch out for, in addition to that small chance of rain on Friday, it'll get a little breezy. It'll begin on Thursday. It'll be breezy through Friday. I think it's the windiest on Saturday. We could see some wind gusts up around 25, maybe 30 miles per hour, with some of that cooler air coming in. It's relatively cool. It's not that bad. And then the breeze dies down, and those temperatures begin to warm once again. Sunday, 78, 79 degrees on Monday. So really nice looking weather out there for really the majority of the week. Today, obviously, is near perfect. And then we bring in that small chance of rain on Friday. So I think that is it. That is my update. That's what I've got. Bobby, any parting words?
Looks nice all week. Not saying anything.
All right.
Have a happy Valentine's
Have
Day.
a happy love day. Yes. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great day. We'll catch you next time.